What's up, Facebook? Cranking away at them wands when I noticed that, well, the purple wand and the green wand needed touched up on the paint. And so I put a little bit of silver on and black on the purple wand to cover up the paint chip. And retouched the green wand with the green. The tips and what have you, those have to be repodged, but that's not a problem, getting that repodged. Well, happy birthday, Dakota Zahn. This chair sucks. I need to get a new chair. What is up, Parker Jackson? How you doing? This fine evening. The old chair was quite comfortable, but the advantage of having a chair with wheels is you can move around on it. Yeah. This is literally the saddest excuse for a computer chair, but I don't care. It's something to sit on while I do the videos and what have you. So, Pipe Thoughts videos are always invoking, yes. And in a way that provokes thought and makes people think, you know. And that's exactly what I did with like in my most recent Pipe Thoughts video, I basically said men and women need to stop comparing themselves to each other and find ways to stand out in their own special way, you know, and I kind of went off on that Pipe Thoughts video. But I gotta do another one because, oh boy, Trump's in a lot of trouble again. All right. So I got QuickTime Player set up, ready to go. Good fine evening, fellow YouTubers, and of course Facebookers. I got you live on Facebook, but I'm also recording a YouTube video. So there's been a lot of problems with men openly sexually harassing women and then claiming Trump's defense when they're doing it. I don't care what words you're using, there is no excuse for that. Now, a lot of these men think, oh, ho, ho, golly gee willikers, I get to touch your boobies, ho, 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 ho. But you gotta think about this. This woman's being touched unwantedly. She's probably married or has somebody. And some total stranger sleazeball is groping up on her on a fucking airplane of all things. And airplane flights don't have to be stressful, but it already is to some extent. You're paying an arm and a leg for an airplane ticket, dealing with airport security's bullshit. You get onto the airplane, and then there's some fucking kid with his parents screaming in his eyes, kicking the back of your seats. You ask him, hey, can I get a drink? You know, to kind of calm my nerves, and they give you a bottle this fucking tiny. Like, what the fuck is that? And then you ask for some food, and they'll give you some crackers. Oh, that's cute, you know. And sometimes people have to fly a lot because they're on business trips or they're on long journeys. Traveling in general can be an exhausting experience, especially if you have to travel a long distance. Now, before any future men decide it's okay to just grope a woman and then claim Trump's law, or Trump's defense, or whatever the fuck these dumbasses are calling it, because I think dumbass is an appropriate word, because any man who sits there and unwillingly touches a woman when she doesn't want it and then claims Trump's defense like it's something, that's bullshit. I don't think we should impeach Trump, because I think his replacement would be a lot worse. You know, I just think that people need to be a bit nicer to women, and men need to be nicer to women, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? People need to stop competing and comparing themselves to each other and with each other, because that's all it is, you know? Man. Like, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, YouTube, why? Now, the thing these men have to realize is, what if it was a woman you didn't find attractive groping up on you? You'd be grossed out. You'd be like, why the fuck is she trying to, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what these pigs don't realize, is what if the script was flipped? And what if these men were being groped by unattractive women that they didn't find attractive? And as soon as the dude's like, whoa, hey, I'm married, my wife would kill me, what the fuck are you doing? And then the chick says, oh, Clinton's defense. Oh, you'd have a heyday about that, wouldn't you? You'd be pissed. You know, and that's the thing that most of these men don't realize, is how would it feel to be in her position, to be in her shoes? You know, and it's not always easy being a person. I'm not going to say women have it harder than men. I think it's equally distributed to some degree. You know, both men and women face double standards, and it's not fair. You know, but if you only choose to focus on the pain and suffering that your sex goes through while failing to completely acknowledge that the other sex gets a bunch of bullshit too, then really you're just a one-sided person, and that's not fair for anybody. Thirdly, no disrespect to President Trump, but let me ask you something, bud. How would it feel if people talked this way about your mother, your daughters, and your wife? I don't know. I think you'd be pretty disgusted. You'd be like, you know what I'm saying? And you got to realize, Trump, that when Mr. President, you have to realize that when you make such bold statements saying, oh, men can just grab women's private parts whenever they want. That's basically what he said in response to this allegation of this woman who at first thought it was an accident, but then she realized, okay, this dude's copping a field. What the fuck? And I bullshit you not, if I go and watch the news article, I think we'll get a better clarification on this. So let's see. It was a Fox 40 sort of. I might have a copy because I was going to copy and paste it in the description box below. And that's the thing of it. I don't care if it's Fox or CNN, whatever. It's, you know, it's still the okay, actually, if you go to Google and instead of typing it in, man grabs boob on a plane, Trump makes a disgusting comment. Okay, there we go. First link. Man accused of groping woman on flight. Trump says it's okay to grab women by their private parts. That's basically, yeah, it's disgusting. And some people might say, well, he's from a different time where women and minorities were treated more crappy. Well, that's no excuse. And the fact that women and minorities get treated like crap, the fact that anyone gets treated like crap anymore, it's ridiculous. I mean, if you don't like someone, fine, ignore them. But don't go out of your way to be an ass. Okay, here's the news article I was watching earlier. I'll watch it again. Fox 40.
Good afternoon. A Florida man is facing federal charges accused of groping a woman on a flight to Albuquerque. As he was being arrested, he had something interesting to say about the president. News 13's Rachel Knapp is live in the Newsplex with the story.
Kim, an FBI agent says as Bruce Alexander was sitting in the back of his police car, he told them, quote, the president of the United States says it's okay to grab women by their private parts. Now, this incident all started yesterday on a Southwest Airlines flight from Houston to Albuquerque. The woman claims she fell asleep and woke up to the feeling of fingers on her right side around her bra line. She passed it off as an accident, but 30 minutes later, it happened again. She told authorities she saw thick, hairy fingers with dirty nails groping her breast area. She immediately got up, confronted the man behind her, identified as Bruce Alexander, and asked to change seats. Investigators obviously felt there was enough to justify her allegations, and they took Alexander in for questioning. He never confirmed or denied the allegation, but when he was being taken to jail, he did make that comment about the president. Alexander was arrested for abusive sexual contact. He could face 2 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. Kim?
Okay, thanks, Rachel. Now, you might remember just a few days ago, a South...
Serves him right, scumbag. And now they're talking about, so you got to feel some titty, whoop-de-doo, but now you have a $250,000 fine. You made a woman feel disgusting on a plane. You sexually harassed a woman. And for what? Just to grab some boobie? Like, dude, if you're going to spend $250,000 just to grab some titty, buy a hooker, get a sex doll, Jesus fucking Christ. Why would you do that to a woman who doesn't want it? I mean, what the fuck is wrong with people?
Southwest Airlines flight was diverted to the Sun Port after a man was accused of playing an unwanted game of footsie with a female passenger. That man claims the woman was flirting with him. And
oh my God. You know, and this is completely bullshit because when men do this crap, of course, it gives women the ammunition to say, you men are all just pigs. And it's the same old argument, dude. I mean, if you're willing to, like, seriously, that's what it could cost you. Not worth it. It's not worth making the woman feel horrible and doing that, you know. I mean, yeah, boobs feel nice, but that's beside the fucking point. You don't do that to a strange woman when you're not invited. Period. You know what I'm saying? And claiming Trump's defense like it's a thing. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard, YouTube. Holy shit. Well, if you're going to impeach Trump, then replace him with Bernie Sanders. Like, unless Trump gets his shit together, he's not going to be president for very long. People are going to get sick of it and demand he's impeached. And then, of course, you got the Trumpians who follow his word blindly like he's the next Jesus Christ. And it's like, oh, you got to be fucking kidding me. These people who follow Trump like he's Jesus Christ, you know the ones I'm talking about? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know, and what really shocks me is some of these people are women. All the sexist, horrible crap he says about women and the way he treats them. And you got women following him blindly like he's so right, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, it's disgusting. It's so disgusting. Why the fuck would you demoralize your own sex like that? Why? Can anybody make me understand this? No. Because logically it makes no sense. And if Trump says to himself, well, I'd be pissed if someone talked about my wife or my daughters or my mother like that. Well, you got to think, man, when you talk about women like that and you treat them like that, that's exactly what you're doing, basically. You're contributing to the problem, not fixing it. And I get tired of the whole men are just pigs argument. Like, what? Because we have standards just like women? Yeah, some women are bitches and some men are pigs. Does that mean that they're all like that? The answer is no. Now, it doesn't help when society puts way too much pressure on parents, and then parents put way too much pressure on their kids. And then everyone's growing up in this competitive society where it's men against women, men competing with other men, women competing with other women. The fuck is that shit? It's a valid point that I made in my last Pipe Thoughts video, too, if I recall. People compete with other people, and instead of being grateful for what they have, a lot of people feel insecure because they don't have the things other people have. And it's stupid, YouTube. It really is. I can sit here and complain that all I got's a bike and that so-and-so has a car and I don't, or that person, you know, fuck that. I got a bike and I got legs that work. So, you know, I'm not complaining. My point exactly. And this is the problem with it. Society puts way too much pressure on people's looks and how they look and blah, blah, blah. And looks are not everything, you know, they really aren't. But women are put under so much pressure to always look their best, and then you make them feel like shit for being different, you know, and it's bullshit. It's complete, utter bullshit. And women aren't the only ones that get that. Men get that shit too. Oh, you're not muscular, you don't have a six-pack abs. Well, you're a disgusting, flabby piece of shit. You know, and it's like, ugh. Well, look, you're in control of what you say and do. You're not in control of what other people do. And unfortunately, all you can do is make the best of it, you know? Finding the silver lining in a lot of things helps to some extent. you might get some guys who are complaining because they're getting friend zoned by chicks, and I'm like, wrong attitude, bud. Wouldn't it be nice? Now, here's the thing of it. Would you rather have 5 female friends or 5 guy friends? You know what I'm saying? And it really depends on the person. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys have the wrong attitude when it comes to meeting chicks. And it's like, oh, I'm a huge hypocrite for saying it because, you know, whatever. But my general outlook on it has always been, you know, being friend zoned is not a bad thing. A lot of guys are like, oh, you got denied. You got friend zoned. Ha, what a loser. Yeah, no. So who's the guy she comes crying to when he breaks her heart? My point exactly. Now, here's the thing of it. Getting you some chick friends will help boost your sex appeal with the ladies. That's no lie. A lot of women will feel a lot more comfortable around you when they see you hanging around other women. It's just how it is. You can sit there and say it ain't fair, blah, blah, blah. There are some guys who are skillful enough to pick up women without having to surround themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cute how, like, the opposite sex thinks, oh, bro, let me be your wingman. I'll totally get you laid. Like, unless you're a bona fide player, it doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to pick up the opposite sex, then it helps to have friends who are the opposite sex. Simple math, people. Oh, yes. Josh Lair says, did you get some good materials for wands with the good weather you had? Yes. I've been getting these wands done as quickly as possible. I've literally got like 6 left to finish painting. But that's off topic. You know, and that's the thing of it. It's gotten so bad that men get called sleazes just for checking a woman out. Oh, heaven forbid. Ladies, come on. With all these stories coming out about the airplane incidents, you know, if the worst a guy did was check you out a little bit and, yeah, you know, and that was that. That's the least worst thing you could do. Granted, nobody likes being checked out by people they don't find attractive. And nobody likes being stared at. That's just a fact of life. But if the worst they're doing is checking you out and saying, oh, yeah, she's cute, take it as a compliment, you know, empower that thought. Oof, God damn it. Trying to be all motivational, I'm on ripping Asperger's up on this bitch. No, but and there might be some women who say, well, men don't get to make that argument because all men want is sex. Okay, that's really... You know that stereotype that all men want is sex? Well, when you do shit like treat women like shit, grope them on the plane when they don't want it, you're only adding to that stereotype. You're only making that stereotype worse. So you may think you're getting your jollies by feeling some titty, but you don't care. But that inadvertently affects men everywhere with that bullshit. It's the same when, you know what I'm saying, This mentality of assholes ruin it for everybody. Yeah, dude, that exists in pretty much everything. But if you want to check out the news article that I watched on camera, I will provide a link for it in the description box below. Food for thought. Thanks for watching this Pipe Thoughts YouTube. Alrighty. That's the journey of a Pipe Thoughts video right there, I tell you what. Yeah. Go ahead and save that to my desktop right quick. That's a wrap on the Pipe Thoughts Facebook. Yes, indeed. Is there a cost for telling it like it is? Nope, that's free. But the cost is sometimes people don't want to listen. Ugh. As an example, right here, see what I'm saying? Like, I put a little bit of silver and black on the tip of the purple one because the paint had chipped off. So I'll have to repolish it on the tip, but that's not going to be a problem once it's done drying. Here's one of the wands being offered on Etsy when the next batch arrives. Yeah. Let's see, excess, how's it looking? Not too shabby, not too shabby. Well, I got two more wands that needed to be polished, plus these right here. So that's not going to be a problem. I'll do that here in a second. But my Pipe Thoughts video just uploaded to my desktop. Now we can put it on YouTube. Alrighty. Oh. Alright, back to the Facebooks. Let's see what we got here. And that one's still drying on the glue. Well, it looks like this one's still drying on the glue, yes. Okay, maybe then I can get a handle on this one. Okay, so it looks like I got like 3 wands to polish. It's not a big bruise. Well, the excess on this all green wand dried. So now I can trim the leather and add this one to the collection. Or to the batch, whatever you want to call it. Let's see. Polish. Whoa. Yes, just enough polish to finish this batch of wands. I polish all my wands by hand. It just saves me time. It's quicker and it's less money on supplies. Because after a minute, those sponges, or those sponge brushes, they get real thick with Mod Podge and it dries on there. And yeah. Just enough Mod Podge to stiffen up that leather to the handle. Ah, you shag nasty shit heel cum guzzling gutter slut. No, you don't. Get back on there. I might have to put it on with vice clamp. That way this leather stays right there. It's very oily. There we go. That's what dries. Wash this off. And how's this one looking? Oh, this one is dry on the paint. Yes, that's what I like to see. Now with this wand, I was going for a pumpkin sort of theme. That's why it's orange and green. And that dried very nicely on the paint. Now go ahead and get this one wrapped. And get the handle on there. And There we go. Let's get that first knot started. The rest is easy as pie. But sometimes they don't like to stay in place. So when you're wrapping it, stubborn string. You won't win. There we go. Once you get it on there, see how nice and tight the coils are around the handle? That's what I like. That's what I like. That makes the final product look much better. It also makes it really easier to podge when you wrap the leather around it more tightly. Get on there. Get on there. There might be some glue trapped in that nozzle. That's why it's not. There we go. Not coming out. There we go. Get out of there. There we go. And what about this one? Oh yeah, the glow-in-the-dark wand. Whoa. It is dry. Yeah, that's cool looking. All right. Bare minimum, I'm getting at least 2 to 3 done a day, which is pretty good for the most part. Or at the very least, so by the next day, the ones I'd worked on before are being set aside. I managed to make a legit business selling these handmade magic wands. Even outside of Halloween, there's still an interest in them. Otherwise, it wouldn't be selling like hotcakes. You know, and people see that I take pride in my work. And, yeah. You know, I love it when the handle just goes on right the first time. That takes practice. Get the f out of there. I'm going to spread that glue onto where I tied the knot on the leather. Get it right there on that leather. Yes, there we go. Beautiful. See right there. Now, obviously, if all the wands sell out over the weekend, or you know what I'm saying, then they get shipped out the next available weekday as soon as possible. Y'all know that. Now let's take a look at the paint on the tip of this purple wand. Let's see if it dried. Perfect. It dried. It's not coming off. So, grab our trusty Mod Podge. Just dip the tip again real quick. Beep. There we go. Set that one down to dry some more. And this green wand right here that I made for the batch also had the paint touched up on it because it was, you know, chipping just a little bit. Or it was like different. Give that one more coating of Podge just to be on the safe side. Right there. There we go. One, two. There's 3 wands getting finished. And 3 wands that need to be podged. Now, with the 3 that are being finished, followed by the 3 that get finished tomorrow, or later on, whichever, you know, I got like 5 left that need to be finished after that. So for a batch of 20 wands, if you've been keeping track on my progress of these, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, that is weird. I didn't notice it did that. Well, thank you for the compliments. Yeah, I'm definitely getting those wands done as fast as possible. I do believe Carla had some good news she wanted to share with everybody in chat. Yeah. I was so pre-focused on getting some of those wands done that I kind of wasn't paying attention to chat. Of course, if she doesn't want to say it, I'll say it. Carla told me she got her wands in the mail, so that's what's up. They didn't get lost this time, which is good. Very, very good. And the quicker I get these wands done and shipped out, the quicker I can ask that chick out. Yeah. If you're gonna ask a chick out for drinks after work, make sure you have at least $60 or more or less. Like no less than 40. Because drinks at a bar are kind of pricey, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that's just me. I'm kind of old-fashioned like that. Granted, Facebook, I guess, depends on where you go to, you know. Because I've seen places where you can get a pitcher of beer for like $8, which that's not too shabby. As soon as I get the wands shipped out, that's the first thing I do. And then after that, do what you gotta do, you know? Make sure that shit's getting squared away. Yeah. After that, I'll go to take that girl out for some drinks, yo. Yeah. Yeah, I got a plan of action. I don't want to discuss deets on social media. You know, I like to keep some things private, but I got a plan of action. Yeah. She's definitely a lucky girl if she gets to be with me. I'm not trying to brag, but I got a lot of chicks that watch me on social media. But to tell you the truth, I'd be a lucky bastard if I got to date her. Oof, goddamn. Luckiest guy in the universe, to tell you that much right now. Ooh-wee. Easy to talk to and very easy on the eyes. You know what I'm saying, Facebook? That's a rarity to find. Very easy to talk to. I mean, she's one of those people you meet and you instantly like her. You know what I'm saying? It's got such a wonderful personality. Very easy to get along with, you know, just You know what I'm saying? It's this, I don't know, I've gotten good at detecting people's auras, you know? And, yeah. Any good metal bands in Casper? I'm sure there are plenty. I haven't heard too many of them. Yeah. I know there's some. Interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of awesome bands out there. Yeah. Not a whole lot, Julian. Just chilling like an old school rock star villain. Well, I like the local band scene. I just, you know, I haven't seen too many of them perform. That's the thing of it. Yep. Oof. And that's the problem. When they try to send you free condoms in the mail, sometimes they don't fit. So it's like, well, ain't that a bitch? Like, a lot of good this is going to do me. So you're better off going to the drugstore and picking up some. Now, people or the companies and what have you, like the other day, I got some free condoms in the mail. And I'm like, I haven't had sex in almost a year. What the hell do I need these for? So I'm kind of laughing at this, like, oh, I wonder if they fit. So I checked and they were a little tight. And I'm like, nah, dude. You know, that's my point, Julian. Who the hell sent you free? They were unopened and everything, of course, but still. That's just weird, man. should blink. Well, it's a good thing I stopped it because it's a song. Yeah, I don't want to get the video silenced. Because Facebook's a bit pickier about that. And you know, that's the thing of it. My attitude towards the dry spell is it'll come when it happens. You know, there are bigger things to worry about. Flint, Michigan has unclean drinking water, and it's 2018 and women are still treated with these sexist undertones. So, you know, so when I look at all these bigger issues facing our society, I feel like a douchebag for whining about a stupid dry spell. And some things are worth the wait. The longer you have to wait, the better it's gonna feel. That's just my attitude towards it. Yeah. I'll catch your cool cobras on the flip side, yo.